It's here. The audiobook for Beyond Words, Finding Fulfillment Between the Lines by Michelle Bernard. Get the code to solve the matrix of your mind. It's not rocket science. Well, it's journaling. Journaling to know yourself. Journaling for possibility brought to life. Grab a warm drink and a pen. Claim the page. It'll be one of the best things you've done in 2020. Get the audiobook Beyond Words, Finding Fulfillment Between the Lines, plus a bonus, a soundtrack of poems from her wild interior. liveaboveordinary.com/audiobooks. The F word. Are you happy? That question used to irritate me. Me. Well, what do you mean? I'd stammer. Me again. Right now? In this moment? At work? With myself? In life? What do you mean? Are you happy? Broke my concentration. I was okay a minute ago. I was doing fine before you pushed me to come up with an answer to that loaded question. Are you happy? Set me to thinking about the stuff I'd shoved down. Oh man, I was doing fine suppressing my anger and disappointment toward Mama, Daddy, high school, the decision to eat that whole loaf of pumpkin bread and sleep with Paul again. Are you happy? Made me wish for a more reasonable question to answer, like, are you busy? Are you hungry? Are you coming? Are you sleepy? Are you happy? Reminded me that for some reason, some unclear reason, I wasn't. This was until about 5 years ago. I'm as happy as a box of chocolates these days. I never know what I'm gonna get, but I'm sure it'll be close, if not exactly match the pictures I focus on in my imagination. When I was regularly not happy, I made sure no one could tell. One might wonder, based on the way my life looked back then, why the happy question irked me so much. My journey was pretty magical and willful. I've followed dreams wide and deep. I've taken risks that opened doors to my goals year upon year. I've been able to set up lives in each of the cities I dreamed about since childhood, like Chicago, Los Angeles, Manhattan, and for a short time, Osaka, Japan. Paris and Costa Rica are written into future dream bubbles. My journal is making those plans. I've bypassed the traditional protocol to rise into the jobs I've wanted, often appointed because the people who hired me thought I was so enthusiastically happy. Where the heck was my missing piece? Spelled P-E-A-C-E. I was a stage performer as a kid, an animated child you didn't have to direct or coax into getting prepared. I could learn a new song in a matter of minutes. I'd convey them with feeling before I was old enough to understand what the lyrics meant. I picked Barbra Streisand, Donna Summer, Diana Ross, and Cher to emulate, and rarely compared myself to my peers. I was never shy about entertaining audiences. I'd assemble them any way I could. During winter recess in 6th grade, I'd gather bodies on the playground to sit in the snow and watch my concerts. Throughout high school and college, I collected opportunities, awards, and fans for my talent. Yup, the accolades made me happy. So happy, it often perplexed others. Michelle, God, girl, why the hell you smiling? A friend blurted out as I stepped onto the campus bus at the University of Iowa. I was a sophomore. I knew so many people I had to squint to see who was asking the question. I sat next to Cece. Am I smiling? Yes, you got on the bus smiling. Really? I did? I don't know. I guess I smile a lot. I did. I smiled all the time. People asked me about it all the time, too. Of course I'd answer, really? I am? I guess I smile a lot. My life was fulfilling. I was a sought-after soloist that gigged with different bands every weekend. I had a friend no matter where I turned. My dude loved me, and I was, for sure, on my way to a blissful future of more of the same. Traveling the world, giving music, that was my plan, and I was on track to live among the stars. Even Sally saw it. Sally was my English professor, a quirky white lady with a big old blonde halo afro. She let us lounge on the classroom floor while she read poetry. Sally expressed passion for classical poetry the same way I felt songs. But looking up at Sally, I hardly heard the poems she read. Sally glistened. Sally shimmered. She floated above the words, rode unicorns over the stanzas. All I could hear was her vibration. I imagined Sally's future. An Ivy League graduate typing her novels by fireside in her chic and shabby Woodstock cottage. I was distracted by her fashionably tattered scarves, frayed kimonos, wrinkled gauchos, and ripped leggings. I saw Sally. I saw myself. Before I disappeared on the last day of the semester, Sally called me over. Michelle, you have stars all around you. I see them, twinkling all around you. Do you know that? She smiled into my smile, and I believed her. Lifted by constant praise and a love for my life, I knew I had those stars around me. Till I developed vocal problems during my last year of college. My voice, the music stopped. To fill the silence, I closed my eyes and stomped toward graduation. It was high time I imagined reality, grew up, and got serious. That was pretty much when happiness pulled away. I only know happy disappeared then because I was journaling when it left. I journaled before it left. I journaled after it left. If I hadn't been tracking the loss of my voice, I would have misread my dialed down joy as basic frustration over the breakup with my boyfriend. I lost one of those the same year. I wrote myself into a new story, a new choice, less lyrical, less musical, less magical, less me. More like the me I was maybe supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason, right? I searched for that reason but kept returning to pursue a real job, girl, and get on with it, which was the same as hearing, just shut up, keep your head down and grow up. I'll be fine, I thought. If I put my head down and keep moving, I will be fine. Vocal repair. Why did this happen to me? Did I do something wrong? I try to shake the questions, biting my tongue to avoid getting angry about my missing piece. Peace. Things will work out fine, I reminded myself. I wanted to appear unblemished. If I spoke, my sour feelings out loud, I'd look like I'd lost control, like a hot mess. I wanted to be thought of as patient and spiritual. This too shall pass. I memorized those words just so I could swallow fine without gagging. I stuffed down anxiety about my future. Frustration with God put a bad taste in my mouth. I wished I had the nerve to tell life and the universe what I wanted, needed. I wanted to scream at the world, myself, and God for rupturing my music and love relationships and handing me unshakable issues with my weight. When I couldn't deflect any more anger, I went to my journal and spoke, expelled an unladylike tirade. I needed someone, something to hear my truth. I lost my voice in my early 20s, but I've gotten it back. You're going to understand how as we roll along, but here's a hint. Whispering. The journal brought it back. I use my voice all the time now, my interior voice. I listen to it and learn from it. Using my journal has changed how I show up in the world and how the world shows up for me. Whether you need to recover something or activate something in your life, the same can happen for you. If you are willing to listen to your voice using your journal, it will. Now is a good time to tell you, I don't stock my satchel with small talk. Surface conversation makes me feel like I'm speaking as a surrogate for Michelle. You okay with transparency? Because I'm going to express how I feel and how I've felt. And fine has never been a fit answer for me. Inspirational speaker Mel Robbins calls fine the F word. When I used to say, I'm fine, I was not acknowledging my real state of mind or body, even to myself. I'm not in resistance to myself anymore. I plan to be forthright with you like I am with my journal. I'll be sharing some personal deets throughout. Guideline 1. I had second thoughts about how personal, but what the heck. It'll be useful. I hope my personal stories help you unveil yours. I hope that as I express who I've been and who I'm becoming, it'll give you permission to express what you feel now and declare what you really want to feel and experience in your life from now on. I know I'm dropping a lot of hope on you, but soon all this hope will deliver as promised. I'm counting on it. You and I are going to journal together. Go beyond words together. Discover and declare together. Which reminds me to ask, do you have a journal? You'll need blank pages and something to write with. We'll answer questions, overcome resistance, and move through difficult emotions. You will write yourself into the life you desire. Excited? Me too. It'll be epic. New school epic, not Odyssey epic. I've been known for being dramatic. The rumors are true. I'm not exaggerating here, though. Stay calm, Michelle. They're just getting to know you. You too, stay calm. Wipe the sweat from your nose. I won't make you wait till guideline 4 to start journaling. There are conversation starters, journaling questions, sprinkled throughout Beyond Words so you can get your self-discovery on right away. You can journal using all the conversation starters in the Hands Are For sections, or skip a conversation starter and return to it later. The way to fulfillment is in your hands, literally. Let's be honest, we have a lot in common. We want to be successful at forming and maintaining relationships. We want to choose a meaningful career path. We endeavor to raise interesting children. Good health and having plenty of money to do the things we love are resolutions we jot down every year. Plus, we want to feel protected and loved by somebody in the world. By the way, if none of these things appeal to you, or none of these things need to be improved in your life, then, well, you might be blemish-free after all. If you're without any needs or desires, you'd probably benefit from journaling about disillusionment. We all aim to get our needs met. This is why we have goals, dreams, bucket lists, desires. They give our lives purpose. Goals challenge us to grow. For all human beings, growth is why we were planted here. What do you want? What would make you feel fulfilled? What is your happy? Think of one of your goals right now. That goal will either get ushered into your reality or buried in darkness. It depends on your personal thoughts and beliefs about that goal. Of course, you hope your thoughts and beliefs are supporting you to reach your goal, but what if they aren't? Maybe you have no clue whether your thoughts are supporting or sabotaging you. Most of your thoughts and beliefs are beneath the surface of your awareness. During Guideline 2, Tell the Truth, you will learn how journaling lets you see beneath your surface. Journaling exposes exactly what's holding you away from fulfillment and what's mapping you straight toward it. Guideline 3, Set Your Shy Pen Free, introduces you to Wild, my foundational journaling practice. You'll learn the fundamentals of journaling for 10 to 25 minutes each day. There are journaling rules that you'll follow rebelliously by breaking them. Guideline 4, Explore Wild, is special. You'll use the 7 journaling practices that brought back the stars to my life. These practices helped me overcome doubt, detox from stress and worry, forgive aspects of my past, and get clear about who I aim to be. Living fulfilled is like riding waves. Waves vary. Some are high and mighty, some uneventful, and some break. We keep looking to catch a good one. There is something worthy to discover no matter what kind of wave we catch. The 7 offerings in Guideline 4 let you witness your life, whether it's riding high or low, and still find fulfillment. A few suggestions before we begin. Be straightforward. Tell your story to your journal without a chaser. Your journal can handle it. There's information behind your words. At this very moment, your dominant thoughts are actively shaping your life. So, write everything. Every thought and every feeling, even the ugly ones. Don't judge yourself for what you're thinking. Don't hide. Just write. Over time, your journal will show you what you can shift, step away from, challenge, or celebrate. Here I go hoping again. I hope you'll see how wise you are because of your journal. I hope you'll reach farther into your imagination because of your journal. I hope you'll believe in more possibilities than you did before. Tall order, drink it up. It'll nourish you. Besides, it's possible you could live till you're 112 years old. How do you expect to stay busy for all those years? Watching Netflix and playing lotto? Might as well do something liberating and be who you really are. I mean, be happy. Hands are for section. These are the journaling prompts. They're called conversation starters. And there's a journal called In Your Hands with many of these prompts in them. Hands are for listening. Conversation starter. What would you like to receive, learn, or understand about yourself by journaling? There are things we don't want others to know about us. I did not want anyone to know I was not as patient, spiritual, and unblemished as I appeared. The other conversation starter. What are you hiding from others? And you can write, I don't want people to know that I, and fill in the blank, and then write this, I don't want people to know that I, as many times as you want, filling in the blanks. Third conversation starter. How would you feel if, after you revealed the things you've been trying to hide, you were accepted, respected, and loved anyway? When you write in your journal for 10 to 25 minutes using these conversation starters, let yourself be free. You don't even have to think long about the question. Just start to write. Trust that the words are there. And then keep writing because there's more beyond those words. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Maya Angelou.